Do you see yourself as a contributor to the mission, or do you believe the mission revolves around you? If you think that you are the whole picture, you would never see the big picture. Hello, my friends, and welcome to Living the Laws. I'm Larry Laws Sr., and it's truly an honor to have you with me today for another powerful edition of Wednesday Wisdom Live. This is your midweek reset, a place where leaders like you come to refocus, recharge, and raise just a little higher in your leadership journey. Today, we're diving into another Living the Laws topic and one of John Maxwell's most transformative teamwork principles from the 17 Indisputable Laws of Teamwork. The law of the big picture. The laws are a true principle to help us guide along our journey. However, the law of the big picture reminds us that the goal is always more important than the role. One of the greatest obstacles to teamwork is the mindset of what's in it for me. I once saw a t-shirt that captured the attitude perfectly. It read, "My ideal of a team is a whole lot of people doing what I tell them to do." Now, that may cause you to laugh a bit, but it reveals a deeper problem. A team is a group of people. However, it is not a group of people gathered to be used for one person's benefit. That is not leadership. That is dictatorship. Teams are meant to be built on shared goals, mutually benefit outcomes, and collective effort. When people ask, what can a team do for me? Instead of what can I do for the team? The team cannot rise. The law of the big picture teaches us that the mission must always outweigh individual ambition. At its core, the big picture mindset focuses on one simple truth. It's not about the role, it's about the goal. It's not about me, it's about we. Every player has a role, and every role matters. Every contribution advances the mission. Teams fall apart when individuals begin to elevate their own position over the mission. But teams excel when people say, I'm here for the purpose, not the spotlight. Seeing the whole board. In chess, when a novice plays chess, they focus only on one piece. A lot of the times, it's the one that's right in front of them. They focus on it. They focus on one move, one ideal, one desire. But master players understand that you must see the entire board. You must recognize how all the pieces work together. The pawns support the kings. The pawns also support knights. The bishops control lanes, and the rooks will later dominate files and ranks. The queen is powerful, but even the queen cannot win alone. In leadership and teamwork, the same principles hold true. You cannot win by focusing only on your move. You win by understanding how your move supports the mission. Seeing the big picture is the difference between playing for yourself and playing for the team. Now, how to build a team that embraces the big picture. I want to walk you through 6 steps that will help individuals and teams shift from self-focus to mission focus. Those steps will elevate your team. They'll elevate your team at work, your organization, your business, or your community. Number 1, look up at the big picture. Everything starts with vision. If there's no vision, there's no team. If there is no destination, there's no unified direction. A group of people without a goal goes nowhere. Leaders, your responsibility is to paint the picture. Your people must be able to see the vision, feel the mission, and desire the mission's outcome. When Everyone embraces the same vision. Individuals transform into teammates. Secondly, size up the situation. Where are we now? Seeing the big picture also means being honest. Being honest about where you stand today. Ask, how far are we from the goal? What strengths do we have? Where are the gaps? What would it take to get to the next level? Team builders think strategically. They don't shape for progress. They don't just sit back and hope. They plan. They plan for progress. Number 3, line up. Line up the need resources. No team succeeds without resources. Equipment, tools, funding, technology, support systems, or training. When a team is not resourced, players become distracted. When a team is fully resourced, team players become focused and they become dangerous. The better the resources, the smoother the pathway towards the goal. Number 4, call up the right players. You can have a great dream, but if you have the wrong team, the dream becomes a burden. You can lose with good players, but you cannot win with bad ones. Skills matter. Attitude matters. Integrity matters. Commitment matters. You must have the right people in the right roles to reach the right outcome. Number 5, give up personal agendas. Winning teams ask one critical question. What is the best for the rest? Team members who sacrifice their own agenda for the mission create unity, momentum, and trust. The motto becomes no one is more important than the team, and no one is more important than the mission. This mindset is the heartbeat of the law of the big picture. And finally, number 6, step up to a higher level. When individuals give up personal agendas, the team rises. When people stop fighting for attention and start fighting for the mission, progress accelerates. If the goal cannot be reached without sacrifice, you must choose the goal. If the spotlight conflicts with the mission, you must choose the mission. That is leadership, maturity. And that is teamwork at its highest level, becoming a better team member. Now, let's shift from theory to reflection. Ask yourself, what goal in my life is bigger than I? Am I involved in something greater than myself? Am I willing to take a lesser role so the mission can advance? If you can answer yes, then you understand the law of the big picture. Becoming a better team leader, think about it. Think about a team you're a part of right now. Perhaps your current workplace, your family, your board, or your business. Ask, what attitudes do my team members have towards the big picture? Are they willing to do whatever it takes for the team to win? Are they mission-driven or me-driven? Your responsibility is to model the big picture, communicate the big picture, and celebrate the big picture. Honor teamwork publicly. Reward sacrifice boldly, and highlight the mission consistently. That is how you transform individuals into a unified force. Teamwork makes the dream work. My friends, today's lesson reminds us that legacy, leadership, and impact are never built alone. They are the product of teamwork, unity, and a shared vision. If you want to deepen your leadership foundations and expand your own big picture thinking, I encourage you to get started by asking and taking the leadership assessment on my website and discover your strength, blind spots, and growth area. You can find my leadership assessment tool at laws.com/leadership assessment. Take that leadership assessment today. I want to help you discover your leadership style that will lead you to define your purpose, expand your influence, strengthen your team, and position yourself to leave a legacy, a lasting legacy. You will see how the big picture becomes clear when your leadership becomes stronger. Until next time, my friends, stay wise, stay ready, and keep living the laws. I'm Larry Laws Sr., reminding you to think before you move and to make your next move your best move.